Exciting day. Headed to Centerville, Indiana. There's a big antique mall, and then there's a couple shops downtown. We're gonna go check them out, see what we can find. Let's do this. Started with the big mall. It has a really cool sign. It's outside. Look at all this. Costume jewelry sold by the bag. Not for me. A lot of signs inside as well. Santa Claus. Can't go wrong with Santa Claus this time of year. The Rat Fink guy. Look at the Rat Fink. All kinds of advertising. Look at these books. My friend John made a lot of money on smut books once. More advertising. This thing was kind of cool. I didn't buy it, but cheap enough at $20. They also have this whirly gig. I love these things. This is neat. $2,200. A lot of blow molds, all kinds of blow molds. Every antique mall around here has blow molds, and none of them are that cheap. I guess they're selling to retail people. I don't know, but I've sold a lot at Brimfield. Look at that John Wayne. Perfect for my buddy Aaron. He wasn't here though. Whoa, look at that. Well, hello, look at that. Here I am in action shot, carrying some stuff. Did I buy that stuff? Should I buy that stuff? This mall has lots of new stuff, lots of crafts, lots of empty space. Emily being a fool. There we go. This guy is everywhere. Every antique mall around here. More advertising. None of this was super cheap. I passed on all of this. That one had some damage. This thing was like $220. This booth, I don't know about that natural light chair. Check out the piece of pottery. That was a pretty cool piece of pottery. I don't know if that had any money left in it. Probably not. Interesting art. Devil Country. I almost bought that. Probably should have bought that for $15. That had money left in it. This painting did not have money left in it. I love the paddle. It's in a half off booth, but I did not love the price at it. 160 bucks, it would have been 80. This cane was 150, so marked down, 50% off, $75. Neat piece of outsider art in my mind. Love these chairs. These chairs are great. That's just a cool paint job. Dr. Pepper, hot or cold. Pass on that at $225. Emily being a fool again. What is she carrying? Look at this. That's a really cool spool cabinet. That's a super cool spool cabinet. They had a restaurant. Of course they had a restaurant. All these big antique malls have restaurants. This was actually their final day, so they were already closed when we got there. That's cool. That's a cool sink. That's a cool thing for a bar. More blow molds. This antique mall probably had, I don't know, 50 or 75 blow molds all together. This table, that was a good deal for that table. $135, can't go wrong. Artist palettes, Emily's finding stuff. Aaron being a fool. She had too much fun today. Fiesta. Every mall out in Ohio and Indiana has Fiesta. This thing was cheap. Passed on it, but cheap. Look at all these autographs. Pretty cool. Including, I didn't go through all of them, but look at that. Cliff Cleveland from Cheers. Yep. John Deere. It's a John Deere household. Went downtown. Downtown had two antique shops. One was actually closed though, unfortunately. Did hit the other one, which had two locations. This was the first location. Jam-packed, full of stuff. I did manage to find out two things. I like that, but I did not buy that. Emily's dad, Rob, poking around. This was the other building. The other building was a little less organized, but I think had more interesting stuff. But I did not buy that either. That was cool. That was also cool. Guy had some nice signs. Some of them seemed pretty reasonable. Did not buy that. I do love early hand forged iron, but I did not buy that. That would be cool. Hang on the wall. Love that painting. Did not buy the painting. Cover was halfway neat. That was a really cool neon sign for people looking for neon signs. There you go. Neon sign right there. And this master key lock display. That was pretty cool as well. Hey, he also had a blow mold, of course. And the propeller. Love the propeller. Did not buy the propeller. So my first purchase at the Centerville Antique Mall was this oil on board, painting on board, like a found wood board. It's of Eric Clapton's 1974 Ocean Boulevard album. Kind of a cool thing, very folky, or very more like outsider art. It does look like it's signed in the upper corner. Haven't figured that out. I assume that's a 2004 date. The album came out in 1974, so this painting is well after that. One of my final buys in the antique mall was this sweater block form. These things are actually pretty desirable on eBay. It was my second most expensive purchase in the mall, but should have a decent profit left on eBay. I also bought these two things. This was actually my second buy, the painted jug. Just a brown glazed jug from like, I don't know, 1880 or so, but it's kind of neat with the pink paint on it. Pink paint probably dates from the teens to 30s. Also bought this Indian club, as they call them, one of these workout clubs, but just a great surface to that paint. Also bought these, so I can get out of the shadows here. Artist palettes. They were pretty inexpensive. They look to be real and not some contrived thing, especially considering how much a palette costs anyway before you add the paint to it. It wouldn't be worth it for what they were sold for, but kind of neat. Look great hanging on the wall, especially in a grouping. This was my final purchase of the day or my most expensive purchase, so I saved it for last at the antique mall. I think it's a chicken, and the only reason I say that is because it does appear to have a red top, like a red comb and a yellow face, but that does not mean it's necessarily a chicken. Obviously not the form of a chicken, so I don't know, maybe it's a fox or something, but very outsider art-y. Outsider art-like. It does have this label that talks about the person who made it, so always cool when you know where something came from and who made it. My first buy at the store downtown. Store downtown had two buildings, jam full of stuff, a lot of cool stuff, but I bought this. Guess it was a day for cold painted pottery. Cold painted pottery is any pottery that's painted after it's been fired. So this thing was probably painted again in like the 30s with that style of paint, and the crock itself is late 1800s. So the crock existed for 40 or 50 years before someone decided to paint it. And a piece of driftwood. I kind of like found wood objects that look like things. So my final buy of the day was this found wood driftwood. Looks a little bit like a duck. Looks a little bit like a duck. Quack, 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 quack. I might be crazy. I am crazy. But that was it. That was my final buy of the day. Okay, that was Centerville. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the stuff I found and what you think about the town in general, and if you would go there to shop. Thanks for watching, and check out my other channels to follow my antiques nomadic journey. Peace.